What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here. Hope you're having a good day and welcome back to another edition of the world's first. Of course, if you're still enjoying the series, please go and hit that like button. Now today, the final two matches of the season, Everton and Arsenal. Very tough challenges, just like last episode. But of course, before we get to that, we must go over how we fared in this last session of matches and see where we stand in the standings. Are we safe? Are we in relegation battle form? Let's go over those results. And since our last double live con between Spurs and Liverpool, which we somehow pulled away a win versus Liverpool, still shocked at that, we then pulled 8 more points from these next 7 matches, and we started off very well with a draw and 2 wins on the bounce from that. QPR, yes, it was a 1-1 draw, probably should have pulled away a win with that, but Stefan Edwards being the savior of this match, 87th minute equalizer to draw 1-1. But then 2 straight 2-1 victories versus Watford and Southampton. Against Watford, Stefan Edwards and Lewis Dunn getting the goals there. And then Southampton gets Phil Curtis and Jean Amena. Yes, Jean Amena getting another goal. But since that point in time, we've only pulled 1 point. We haven't won a single match in our next 4. Against Swansea, probably should have come away with a draw here, but it was very unfortunate that we weren't able to close the game down. Neil Cooper getting the initial goal, defense falling apart in the last 10 minutes per usual, giving up 2 goals then. Against Manchester United and Chelsea, you figured we were never going to get any single point against these two teams. We were able to get a goal though in dual 4-1 losses, but you know, we still got a goal. Points for that. And then a draw versus Aston Villa. Stefan Edwards, Ashley Bailey coming away as the heroes as we were down 2-0 at halftime, and we were able to pull a point out of it. So where in fact does that leave us? 8 points in 7 wasn't a lot, but wasn't enough to keep us out of a relegation battle. And taking a look at the table, indeed we have survived. 43 points through 36 matches. We're 9 points clear of the drop. There's no way we can get ourselves relegated. Sheffield survives another season in the Premier League. That can only give us more money. And indeed, thanks to the Premier League money that was originally given which was allocated to us at the very beginning of the season, Sheffield have now become a pseudo-rich club. 50 million pounds in the bank because we're not really spending a lot on wages after being in debt for the last how many years. We finally have enough money that maybe next season we can come away with some good players and then continue to challenge our way up the table. We also moved back to the Coach and Horses ground because, well, that construction was finished, so we moved from a 15,000-seater stadium to a 5,000-seater stadium, and I already asked for a brand new stadium, which they said no. And at that point in time, I said, let's just upgrade the stadium then. So that's exactly what they're going to be doing, upgrading the stadium to about 7,000 seats. Still not enough for a Premier League side, but whatever, we'll have to make do with it. But let's in fact get to these last 2 matches, starting with Everton back at the Coach and Horses ground. This is how the lineup is going to look. Dionisio Silva is manning the net. We got Anderson, Martinez, Borthwick Jackson, and Ali Sami along the back line. The mid 4 consists of Cooper, Dunn, Moen, and Bailey. And the 2 strikers up front, Stefan Edwards and Mike McGinty, because Phil Curtis is out, Liam O'Neill is still recovering from injury, and Anthony Steer is Anthony Steer. He's not that good, so we're just going to leave him out. I would like to end this season on a high note, trying to get a point from these last 2 matches. All remains to be seen because they are still tough competition, so let's kick off and see what happens. Early on though, 2 minutes in, Everton with a corner kick. We do well to clear it away, but not very far. Asensio coming inside for the Toffees to Niami. Dionisio Silva with the stop, but the defense, I don't know what they were doing because there were 2 red guys there who just stopped and allowed Everton to score, and that was the guy's first goal of the season. Of course it is. First goal magnet. It's always the defense, and I don't understand why. Like I said, we have 2 defenders here that are just standing around, not really doing their job. And now on the other end, now 4 minutes on, Ali Sami gets into Dunn. Dunn takes a, wow! Lewis Dunn just lasers it into the back of the net, the right side of the net, and equalizes it for Sheffield. Lewis Dunn, only his 2nd goal of the season because he is a center mid, but at the same time, that was a great shot from just inside the box, about 15 yards out. What a great shot. Just about 10 minutes gone now. Stefan Edwards taking a shot. Oh, 19th goal of the season, Stefan Edwards, far post, slipping it past the goalkeeper. And 10 minutes on, we have the lead versus Everton. Cooper with a decent dink of a pass, but Edwards, I don't understand the thought process behind that. He's like, yeah, let's take a shot. If it's saved, it's saved. But it wasn't. And into the far post it goes, 2-1 to Sheffield. Ball slipping through to Neil Cooper. He does have a couple of red shirts bombing forward. It goes to Ashley Bailey. And across from one winger to another, Cooper to Bailey. It's 3-1 to Sheffield, excuse me. Discrediting Everton's first goal. But a 3-1 lead 24 minutes into this match. Let's keep it up, boys. Funnily enough, 3 shots, all of them on target, to Moen, doing very well to get the ball through the middle to Stephen Edwards. Oh, and Donnarumma can't do a thing about it. Stephen Edwards makes it 4-1 to the club, and it's not even halftime yet. Get in, boys. Let's go. Off of a free kick, we do very well with our passing, slipping it through Edwards. Shades of being offside, but the ref kept his flag down, puts it into the short post, and Donnarumma can't do a thing about it. To be quite honest with you, absolutely in shock. I thought Everton would have given us a lot more of a fight. Would have put up a lot more of a fight than what they're doing right now. But as it stands, 4-1 to the good. I'm not going to change anything. Let's just go back out there and see out this match. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane, this result. Keep all my guys back when we'll play some defensive counters. A great save by Asensio, but Silva can't keep out the rebound as Chiesa is able to get a second for Everton with 13 minutes left to go. It was a decent save by Silva, but the ball just gets parried directly to an Evertonian, and the defense couldn't get there fast enough. Everton, a lot more shots than we have. They finally get their second. Travelsi gets inside. Is it to Chiesa? Oh, good clearance away. Bailey, just get it out. Get it out. There we go. O'Neal to Edwards. It was a failed attack by Everton, and Stephen Edwards is able to put this on ice. It's 5-2 to the club. It's his 21st goal of the season, and we have ourselves the 3 points on this day. I mean, Everton were taking shot after shot on the other end just 30 seconds ago, and then a great clearance out to Liam O'Neal. Nobody back there on defense. Able to slip through to Stephen, and he's into the back of the net. A very famous win for us. A 5-2 victory over Everton, and 3 more points to see us moving slowly up the table. Hell, we could, no, we're not. I was going to say, we could possibly end 10th place, but we've got Arsenal next. That's just not going to happen. Okay, it may be worth noting that Arsenal have lost 2 straight matches within the last 8 days. Now, I'm not saying that we're possibly going to steal a win away from them. I'm just saying that they're going to come out hungry to try and finish the job off. Hell, I think they're still in contention. Yeah, they are still in contention to winning the Premier League. So they're going to come out full force and try and shove 5 down our throats in effort to beat Chelsea. With that said, this is the lineup that we're going to go with, and honestly, it's not going to be any different. It's going to be the same exact lineup from Everton, just carried over to this match versus Arsenal. The bench is going to be the same. The people that are sitting in the stands are going to be the same. There's just going to be no change. Let's just go out there and see what happens. Come what may, it's been a great season in this first year in the Premier League. So let's just kick off. Free kick 5 minutes in for Arsenal. A lot of players swarming that ball, but fortunately, the Gunners missed the mark. 17 minutes on, just about 18 minutes on the ball, being played very nicely up the wing. Bailey into Moen, using those triangle passing, very well done. Slips it through to Edwards. No way! No way! We lead at the Emirates. 22nd goal of the season for Stephen Edwards. 18 minutes on, it's 1-0 to Sheffield. So, calm it back. Calm it down, Brian. Calm it down. Wow, another time where it's first shot, first goal. I can't believe the defender didn't clear that away. Stephen Edwards gets around both him and the goalkeeper into the back of an empty net, and we got the lead. 1 minute stoppage time left on the clock in this half, and to be quite honest with you, I feel as if a goal's coming for Arsenal. They've had a good number of chances. We've also had a good number of yellow cards against us, fouling them left and right, and there it is, the equalizer right before halftime. Was that Dupay? Dupay is able to get that shot for the Gunners. It's 1-1. I mean, honestly, I think Anderson laid off because he was on a yellow. If he put in that foul, probably could have been a sending off, probably could have been a penalty. But either way, the Gunners equalize right at the half. Like I said, I also have 4 players on yellow cards at this point in time. The one that I am going to take off, Jesper Anderson for Jordan Gabriel. He's just not been having a good day. So he's going to be the only sub at this half. We're doing well. We're doing decent enough. That was Arsenal's first shot on target. Yes, it's a goal, admittedly, but that's okay. We've only limited them to 1 shot on target. That's fine for now, but we need to keep our shape. We need to keep our compactness to prevent them from getting anything else. and prevent them from winning the title. So let's just kick back off. No changes aside from that sub, and let's see what happens. Just about 90 seconds into this half, we have ourselves a good chance. Edwards to Cooper. Oh, was he onside, ref? Call it. Neil Cooper, 90 seconds into the second half, puts us into the lead. Great shot from Edwards, parried away, but right to Neil Cooper. And there it is, the short angle shot for the goal. Meret thought that ball was going outside. That's why he didn't get back in net in time, but Neil Cooper is right there to put it into the back of the net. 55 minutes gone now, and well, there was a really bad attempt at a pass forward by Arsenal, and we've been doing really bad passes. That's a really bad pass by them. Edwards, you gotta put away, and there it is. It's 3-1 to Sheffield, away at the Emirates. 23rd goal of the season, and now the crowd has been stunned into silence. They can't believe that they're throwing their title chances away to newly promoted Sheffield. What a bad back pass by the Gunners. Edwards using his pace. He's one-on-one with the keeper and into the back of the nets. Oh, the heavy first touch has been a problem. And once again, another heavy first touch is putting Arsenal in the lead. Well, not really in the lead, but it put them on the front foot to give them another goal. It's now 3-2 with 20 minutes left to go. It's a good cross in from Gonzalo Guedes into, what was that, Kamenek, whatever it is. Arsenal got themselves another goal. Just 2 minutes later, have so many men forward. Hector Bellerin putting it across, and there's the equalizer. Of course, it's a guy with his first goal of the season because I'm a first goal magnet. It's 3-3, and Arsenal's title hopes are now back in the mix. I think they're still in second place, but yeah, now we got ourselves a little bit of a problem on our hands, isn't it? This is going to be an Arsenal goal, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh, and we throw it away. Leading 3-1, and then we throw it all away. 2 goals in rapid succession to equalize, and then with 1 minute left to go in the match, we throw it away. Arsenal, don't know if they're still in second, don't know if Chelsea are leading, but yeah, that could possibly have given the Gunners the title right there. Because our defense, basically half my team has gotten yellow cards. More than half my team has gotten yellow cards. Consistently fouling, persistently fouling the Gunners. Putting it across. Can we get ourselves a last-second goal? We can't. It ends 4-3 to the Gunners. Wow, what a great high we had earlier, right? Only to throw it away. In the end, we were just unlucky. Defensively, how many cards was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards on 8 people. It wasn't a good look. With that loss, that indeed puts us down into 14th place, which, like I said, a great final result because I wasn't expecting to go higher than 10th to begin with. At least we're away from the relegation zone, and we stay up one more season in the Premier League. That's all that mattered. That's all that mattered for me this year. And in fact, with that win, Arsenal did in fact win the title. So congratulations, Arsenal. You're welcome, Arsenal, for giving you those 4 goals, especially the 3 in the second half, which we shouldn't have given up in the first place. But it is what it is, and that puts an end to this Premier League season and an end to the series. And with the end of the season, we got to go over everything that has happened to Sheffield and everything good that has happened to our team. For finishing in 14th place, we get £13.5 million to add into our bank, which is not bad whatsoever. £13.5 million, that would have been insane for us to have had just 5 short years ago when we were sitting in League 2. On top of that, end of the season awards. Player of the season, Stephen Edwards, has to be. He was also signing of the season, £2.3 million from Stoke. He proved to be an excellent player, an excellent signing. Also, young player of the season, because of course it was. Because of course he was. He's 23 years old, so I think that's the highest that he could have, been able to reach that award. Goals of the season. I should say stats of the season. Top goal scorer, Stephen Edwards with 23. Ashley Bailey with a 7.35 average rating. Most assists, 11 for Ashley Bailey as well. Most pass completion, a stat that I don't really look at, but Jakob Moen, 77% there. Most yellow cards, Jakob Moen, congratulations. And then the most red cards, we had 4 players with 1. I honestly thought somebody would have had 2, but outside of that, let's take a look at our season review. Finished 14th place in the Premier League, of course. 3rd round in the FA Cup, losing to Southampton. You all remember that. And then losing in the 2nd round to Barnsley in the Capital One Cup. That was a definite throwaway. No need to look back on that one. A 5-2 victory was our match of the season. Of course, you just saw that the first match today, but the moment to forget, of course, the 6-0 to Brighton that I still do not understand how we were able to get that. I do not understand how that we were able to get 6 goals scored past us. Admittedly, we had 10 men, but it was still very disappointing. The Sheffield 2021 side, I don't really care about that, but what I do care about is Team of the Year. Can we find out the Team of the Year? Best 11 of the Year. Liam O'Neill, Edwards, Bailey, Moen, Dunn, Cooper, Ali Sami, Martinez, Borthwick Jackson, Gabriel, and Dionisio Silva. But honestly, the one that I really care about, let's take a look at our overall series-wide Team of the Year. And what I mean is overall team of the series, because I should have done this for West Ham originally to have gotten a vote over what you guys would have thought was the overall best player of the series. And this is what the lineup looks like. Of course, our familiar 4-4-2 formation, and we're going to start from back to front. Callum Williams, a long-time player for us. Callum Williams is our overall best goalkeeper. If you remember, we originally had him. He was our very first goalkeeper for the club, and I used him for 5 seasons. He did pretty well for us. I'd say it was a 6-7 average rating for a goalkeeper. Not that bad, especially in the lower divisions. We had him from level 8 all the way up to the Vanarama National League North, So he wasn't that bad of a player. 174 appearances, 6.78 average rating. Kieran Coupe, the best right back that we ever had. 134 appearances, 6.91 average rating. He was able to get 3 goals for us. Where is he playing now? Cockfosters. Never heard of him. But anyway, that's where Kieran Coupe is now. Where did he go since that? Longlevens, and then we went to Cockfosters. I mean, those are some really interesting names, not gonna lie. Kyle Lewis, 179 appearances, 6.97 average rating, and then Lewis Kennedy, 233 appearances for the club, 6.90 average rating, 6 goals for the club. Lewis Kennedy was very essential very early on in this club's history, playing for us for over 6 seasons. Yes, he did very well for us, getting us all the way up into the National League North, and then once we got into that point, it's like, yeah, it's time to move you on because you're not really fitting the level of play that I really want. And then Kyle Lewis, like I said, once again, another original 11, getting himself 4 seasons of playtime here at Sheffield, doing extremely well for us before moving on to greener pastures. Taking a look at our left back, our best overall left back, Scott Duxbury. Yes, that was our first big number signing. Scott Duxbury, 218 appearances, 4 goals, 7.35 average rating, because he was putting in assist after assist after assist out there on the left side. And he, like I said, he did very well for us. He was our very first signing in the first off season, and he played for us for, how long was that? He played for us for 8 years. He played for 8 seasons, seeing us go from the Evo Stick Northern Premier all the way up to the Vanarama, all the way up to League 2. But at that point in time, he was really out of his element at that point in time. But still, he helped us move very quickly up the ranks and did very well for us on that left side. Our best right mid, Jean Amena. Yes, the guy didn't get a lot of love over this last Premier League season, but he did very well for us from League 2 up until the Championship. 94 appearances, 23 goals to his name, a 7.46 average rating. I forget when we actually brought him up. League 1, I thought it was League 2 we brought him in, but when we first came into League 1, we bought him in on a free. That was a damn good bargain to get that many goals and that good a result from him on a free from Reading. Our 2 center mids, Jake Gallagher and Andre Jones, guys that we had to give up as soon as we got into the Championship. Jake Gallagher, 126 appearances, 5 goals, and a 7.43 average rating. Andre Jones, 135.2 and a 7.10. Where are they sitting now? Jake Gallagher is playing at South Shields, surprisingly still playing because he was pretty old when he came into our club. So the fact that he's still playing is absolutely amazing. And then Andre Jones, he's okay. He was okay for us when we brought him in during League 2, but now he's playing at Glass Houghton. Well, actually, I should say that we had him in at League 2. We had him in the Vanarama National League North, did well for us there, and the National League itself before saying goodbye to him during League 2. But overall, they were not bad players. They were great for us at that level, And to see them in the overall average, the overall starting 11, absolutely amazing. Top left mid, Jackie Steele. Jackie Steele, yes, he had 36 goals to his name, but it was his assists that really made him stick out. 151 appearances as well, 7.38 average rating. I mean, this guy, he did, like I said, he did well for us from the back to the front. Vanderham National League all the way up to the championship, and then as soon as we got into the Premiership, it's like, yeah, we need to upgrade this position. Jack, I won't forget you, but you were such a great player for us. And then our two strikers, surprisingly, Benny Iggy Han. Benny Iggy Han getting 93 goals in 190 appearances, 7.03 average rating. Of course, he was our original striker from way back when. We had him on for 7 seasons, doing very well for us from level 8 to the National League, but then it honestly was time for him to move on because, well, we had admittedly a couple of good strikers at that point in time. I believe that was when I got Anthony Steer, excuse me, to replace him. But Benny Iggy Han, one of the OGs of the Sheffield series, and interesting and great to see him as part of my best overall 11. And of course, the guy who replaced him, Anthony Steer, 111 goals in 240 appearances for the club, 7.13 average rating. Of course, he is still with the club right now. I probably would have sold him if I was going to do one more season, just because there's always better options. I feel like he's Championship or League One at best, and he really punched above his weight as soon as we picked him up. We picked him up back here 2018-19. He has been on a free at that point in time. And if you remember, way back in the day, we had a falling out. We had a falling out because he thought that he could be better than what he was, that he can go to another team and immediately become their best striker. So after 3 seasons, we got rid of him because he didn't want to renegotiate his contract. Then, realizing that he wasn't going to get a better spot, he decided to come back with us, and then he stayed with us ever since. Yes, the curious case of Anthony Steer, prodigal son, coming back to Sheffield and continuing to help us go up through the ranks. He lost his starting spot, accepting his new role as a backup and doing his job well as a backup. Yes, we had a couple other talks that he wanted more first-team football, but he did well enough to stay at the club and help us out in times of trouble. Whenever we had a striker crisis, Anthony Steer was always there. As far as the backup 11 is concerned, Jack Bonham, goalkeeper Jack Bonham, that we just had up until this last season. 151 appearances, just under a 7 average rating. Jeremy Arthur, Joe Grayson, Tom Gamlin, Elliot Pondy getting 67 goals in 154 appearances with us. And then Marv McCoy and Rob Foster, both of them you can't see anymore because they have both retired. But Rob Foster, once again, another good striker for us. 52 goals in 110 appearances. That is our best overall series, starting 11 and backups. And I remember every single one of them, especially when Benny Iggy Han, Anthony Steer, way back in the day, were just starting banging in goals for us. Back in League 6, Level 6, Level 5. And then the help from Jean Amena and Scott Duxbury. Oh, man, I'm never going to forget these guys, getting us all the way up into the Premier League. So as this season comes to a close, our very first successful, I would say successful Premier League season, so too this series must close because FM16 is just about to come to its end. FM17 is on the horizon. I originally said the stated goal was to get Sheffield up to the Premier League, and then once we did, it was just to see if we can keep them in there. We have achieved both of those goals, and I feel if we only would have had a little bit more time, we probably would have tried to get into Europe. But as I said, the game is about to come to an end. FM17 is just around the corner, and I'm getting prepared for that. So, as I said before, the series is going to end. And I'd like to thank you all very much for joining me on this journey from all the way back at the end of November last year up until now. Thank you very much for watching this series. I hope that you guys will follow me for my next adventures in FM17. If you liked what you saw in this video, of course, drop a like. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please do so you can see what my next videos will be on FM17. And of course, if you want to drop a comment, a suggestion, anything else, a question maybe, please leave in the comment box below. But guys, it's been fun, it's been real. I appreciate you all for watching. This is Gendo, and I'll see you guys in the next series. Take care, and peace out.